to this pick a card reading where we are going to focus on where your power is as you take your next steps in the situation that matters to you. This reading can apply to many areas of life. This includes relationships of all kinds, family dynamics, friendships, work or career situations, negotiations, real estate decisions, breakups, and other major life changes. In this reading, when I refer to you, I'm referring to you, the viewer. And when I say they, I'm referring to the other person or party involved. So this reading is about understanding what's actually happening and identifying practical next steps that you can apply in your day-to-day life. You have 3 groups to choose from, 3 pieces. I want you to take a moment, take a deep breath, and choose the group that you feel most drawn to. This is group number 1. This is group number 2. And this is group number 3. Now, I also want you to remember with these timeless pick a card readings for you to take what fits your particular situation, and I want you to leave the rest behind. Let's begin. All right, welcome group number 1 to your reading. And this is the piece that brought you here. Let you see that. All right, let's get into your reading. The very first card that I pulled is in the position of what happens when you stop overgiving. And I pulled the Cup of 5. Next card I pulled is the 9 of Cups. And that is in the position of what motivates their response. The next card I pulled is the 4 of Coins. And that card is in the position of what you can realistically expect next. I then pulled the 6 of Coins, and this card represents what's being asked of you right now. And the final card I pulled is what works in your favor. And for that, I pulled the King of Wands. Now, I'm going to ruminate over this and see what energies that I can pick up for you. All right, with this, what happens when you stop over giving? I pulled the 5 of Cups. When you stop over giving, the other person is going to experience some emotional loss. The 5 of Cups is showing me that there's going to be some internal reaction. And numerologically, the 5s represent disruption. So a pattern that they relied on is being interrupted with this 5 of Cups. So this is going to show up as when you stop compensating, group 1, when you stop checking in first, when you stop smoothing over any gaps in the situation. Basically, when you stop quietly carrying the emotional weight, that absence creates awareness for them with this Cup of 5s. And that awareness is something that makes them feel off, even if they don't say it out loud. I'm also getting from this card that for some of the people, they're going to experience regret or quiet frustration with this 5 of Cups. Because this isn't about you doing anything wrong in the situation. It's about their imbalance no longer being absorbed by you. So that's what I get strongly for that. There's definitely a feeling of disappointment from the party involved in the situation. The next card is the 9 of Cups in the position of what motivates their response. This 9 of Cups, the response is their desire to feel comfortable again. This is all about comfort. The 9 is a number of satisfaction and emotional fulfillment. This shows that they were content with how things were when you were overgiving. That made the situation feel good and easy and rewarding for them. So that looks like them wanting things to go back to how they were. That's what's motivating their response. They don't want balance. They want their comfort back. The next question I asked is what you can realistically expect next. And I pulled the 4 of coins. So you can see that. With this card coming up next, this is signaling a holding behavior from them. The 4 in numerology represents control and stability. So instead of expanding or stepping up in the situation, they may be tightening, in fact. This can look like emotional reservation, or they could be guarding their communications with you. For some of you in group 1, I'm seeing that they're going to have a reluctance to invest more. They're trying to prevent further change from happening. So there's no growth in this card. It's only them trying to contain what they've been receiving. They don't want that to change. All right, the next card I pulled is the 6 of coins. And this is in the position of what's being asked of you right now. This 6 of coins, this card is shifting the focus. And like I said, it's shifting to you. And the 6 is a number of balance and reciprocity, or give and take, if you will. You're being asked to match effort honestly, without overgiving, without withdrawing either. So don't withdraw, don't overgive, group 1. This is going to look like letting their effort mirror effort, if you know what I'm saying. You're going to, what they give, you give. What they don't give, you don't give. You're going to respond proportionally, as it were, instead of trying to manage everything yourself in the situation. The final card I pulled, group 1, is in the position of what works in your favor. I pulled the King of Wands. Now, this is a good one for you because what works in your favor with this King of Wands is confidence and self-direction. This king here, this is representing the embodiment of authority. And the King of Wands, it leads without explanation, and it doesn't feel the need to justify itself. So your power comes from staying aligned with your values and the direction that you know you want to go in, regardless of how the other party responds. So when you stop overgiving, they're going to feel the loss. And they're going to make an attempt to preserve their comfort while you're asked to restore your balance and to lead with confidence. So really, group 1, your power lies in consistency and directing yourself in the path you want to go in, not in compensating for any imbalance in this relationship, in this situation that you find yourself. So I hope that that has made it clearer for you, group 1. If it has, and what's clarified for you has been sensing, feeling, I want you to like, comment, subscribe. And also, if you are dealing with something, a specific situation, and you want focused, strategic guidance, I offer private recording readings, and they are listed in the description of this video. So I hope that this has been helpful to you, group number 1. And until next time, take care of yourself. All right, welcome, group number 2, to your What Happens When You Stop Overgiving reading. And here is the piece that has brought you here. Let me look at that. All right, group number 2, let's get into your reading. The first card that I pulled in the What Happens When You Stop Overgiving, I asked that question. I pulled the Queen of Swords. When you stop overgiving, they become mentally alert and observant with this Queen of Swords, because the Queen, she represents perceptions. And this shows that they notice the shift immediately, even if they don't say anything to you about it. This is going to look like them watching you, watching your words, how you say things, checking your availability and your consistency closely. They're thinking, they're not reacting. The next card I pulled is what motivates their response. I pulled the Hangman. This is a major arcana card. Let you see it closer. Yeah. This response is motivated by indecision and suspension. This card is signaling pause and inversion instead of acting. So what's motivating their response is they're waiting. This shows up as delayed responses, group 2, silences, a lack of direction on their part. Basically, the biggest feeling I'm getting is that they don't know how to move forward without you overgiving in this situation, group 2. The next question asked is what you can realistically expect next. And I pulled the Death card. Death doesn't necessarily mean actual literal death, but the Death card is a major arcana card, so that is a definite shift in what you can expect. In fact, death represents transformation, and I'm getting clearly with this that the old dynamic that you were in this situation just cannot continue with this Death card. This is appearing as clear change, a reset. And for some of you, this is a realization that things cannot go back to how they were. Absolutely can't. That's a big one. That's a big feeling. Next card I pulled is the Hierophant, and that is in the position of what is being asked of you right now. Did you see it closely? This card is focusing on your standards and your personal integrity. You're being asked to act accordingly with this Hierophant. And by accordingly, they mean Spirit is saying your values, not emotional uncertainty. You're being asked to act according to your values. Consistency matters here more than flexibility here with this card. And in the position of what works in your favor, the Ace of Swords in reverse. This card is about restraint. Yeah, this is going to be restraint in communication. Yeah, this reverse ace is showing a beginning being intentionally delayed. In fact, I'm getting that not explaining prematurely gives truth space to surface clearly. All right, so what I'm getting here, group 2, is that when you stop overgiving, they pause and reassess. And your power lies in your principles and resisting the urge to rush, having clarity, over explaining yourself, giving more of yourself in communication that is necessary. So basically, your power lies in holding your principles. That's the strongest feeling I get. That's where your power is, in your principles. Don't cross your principles. Lean into your integrity. So, if this reading has helped you, given you a chance to reflect on your situation, you are welcome to like, comment, or subscribe. And if you'd like a situation specific tarot reading, I do offer recorded private readings. They are available in the description. So until next time, take good care of yourself, Group 2. Hello and welcome, Group number 3, to your pick a card reading. And we are focusing on what happens when you stop overgiving. And this is the piece that has brought you here, Group number 3. Let you see that really well. The first card I pulled in what happens when you stop overgiving is the Page of Swords. When you stop overgiving, Group 3, the person or parties involved in your situation are going to become curious and alert to your behavior. The page represents awareness, especially early awareness. This shows that they start watching you more closely, more observant. And this can look like, Group 3, like checking your social media, subtly probing you for answers, or questions you weren't expecting. So, what motivates their response? That's the next question I asked. And for that, I get the Two of Swords. This Two of Swords, their response is motivated by avoidance and indecision with this Two of Swords. This number 2 reflects duality, and they don't want to make a choice. This is showing up as mixed signals, or for some of you in Group 3, just neutral behavior that avoids commitment of any kind. Uh-oh. Sorry. The third card that I pulled is the Ace of Cups in reverse. And this is in the position of what you can realistically expect next from the situation. And what you can expect with this Ace of Cups in reverse is emotional withholding, Group 3. This reverse ace is showing blocked emotional beginnings. Feelings, there are feelings here, they exist, but they aren't being offered freely. Yeah, I get a sense of turning their back. This is not being offered freely at all. The next question I ask is, what is being asked of you? And for that, I pull the Knight of Cups. Oh, actually, here, let me bring it closer to you. There, so you can see it. Aren't these pretty? Anyway, what's being asked of you with the Knight of Cups? You're being asked to stay emotionally honest without chasing them. Group 3. Because knights, they move with intention. So you should express yourself sincerely, but not pursue them explicitly, because they are withholding emotion. And what works in your favor, Group 3, is the Chariot. Here, I'll let you see that. Yeah, the Chariot, this works in your favor because it's forward movement and it's also self-control. So this Chariot is showing mastery of direction. So it's saying that you gain power by continuing your life without waiting for their clarity, without waiting for them to show up and give you that clarity. So when you stop over giving of yourself, group three, they will remain mentally engaged but emotionally blocked while you're asked to move forward with purpose. Your power lies in your momentum and you're moving forward, not waiting. Okay? That is what I get from this strongest is you've got to keep going with forward momentum, group three. So, if this has resonated with you and you feel like it was something that was helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. And also, if you need direct guidance on how to move forward, I do offer more in-depth private readings, and they are listed in the description. So I want to thank you for spending your time with me. If these readings have helped you understand your situation more clearly and to make better choices in your favor, you're welcome to subscribe so you can return when you need perspective. Take what fits, leave the rest, and trust your own judgment first. And until next time, take care of yourself.